Welcome back to my channel. My name is Sierra Smith. I'm a seven-figure, 5-year Etsy shop optimization specialist and analyst and consultant who has been optimizing and growing Etsy shops since 2019 across a variety of target customers, niches, industries, whatever you want to call it. I've worked on the shops with some scaling to 7 figures. This has been a very fruitful journey. I'm here to try to share some of that expertise here on YouTube. I am the founder of OptiShop Solutions. All my links are down below, my portfolio. Worked on 150 plus Etsy shops, and I'm just here to just share this very niche expertise that I've had the privilege of gaining. You search up Etsy admin, you're going to find me on Google. When you click into Upwork, I'm within Upwork's top 3% of talents. So, that's a freelancing marketplace for anyone who's not familiar with it, but I'm going to stop rambling. I'm going to go ahead and dive into what you were actually here for, which is how to actually stand out from competitors on Etsy. Undoubtedly, I actually had to feed meeting transcripts into Otter. I don't know if you all are familiar with Otter, but it is like an AI transcription tool. And I asked it, like, what are some of the primary pain points that clients come to me talking about? Like within their discovery calls, what do they most care about? And naturally, how to stand out from competitors is very much so a very recurring concern and pain point that pretty much every single client who comes to me is concerned about. That and SEO, but I already have videos about SEO. And to be frank, you're going to have more success trying to tackle any kind of success on Etsy by approaching it in terms of what your competitors are doing and how to exceed your competitors and how to leverage their opportunities, how to play even to their strengths, and just understanding what the base, what the minimums, like the actual minimums are already on Etsy, so you're able to actually enter that marketplace successfully. You're gonna have more success kind of crafting your strategy around existing competitors than you are trying to craft SEO and just hoping that you're going to get seen and purchased. And there's so much more I could say about this. Like I know that's kind of that might be a bold statement to make, but I've kind of touched on it plenty in some of my other videos up on the channel already in terms of how to actually approach growing your shop. But definitely taking kind of this approach is going to help. So standing out at Etsy, I understand it can feel like an uphill battle, especially when you're competing in a saturated market, which most of them are. To be fair, like in 2025, most markets are saturated, or at least they seem to be. My part of what I do is I pinpoint market gaps, which are spaces of underserved demand on Etsy. So spaces where there's lots of people searching and relatively few competitors. Numbers are relative to each other. So that is just a great way to actually enter a market and have sales relatively quickly because you're able to validate the customers are actively searching for it. There's a profitable target customer segment on Etsy already searching for the product. And then you are meeting that need by, essentially creating that product, doing your research on your competitors, understanding their variations, their SEO, their price points, going into their customer reviews and understanding why are they performing well on Etsy and what opportunities are they leaving open. So you want to position your shop as the go-to choice in your niche. So you're going to have to differentiate your offerings, but also you're going to have to differentiate your actual product presentation, your listing images, your title, like whatever that advertisement is from Etsy search, you're going to need to differentiate via that presentation as well. So I'm going to go ahead and share some high value tips that are going to help you rise above your competitors, backed my experience as an Etsy optimization specialist who has worked with hundreds of sellers. So let's go ahead and dive in. First things first, you're going to need to offer unique personalization. Personalization is one of the most powerful ways to differentiate your products, but to truly stand out, you need to go beyond basic text changes. So think about creative, unique options like birth flower designs. This is definitely a massive rising opportunity. It was in 2024 and it continues to be in 2025 all across Etsy. You can go ahead and throw birthstones in there as well. Pairing this with custom captions or meaningful quotes. Keep in mind, like combining personalization or customization does tend to be a relatively easy way to exceed existing options in the market. And this can look like it can take a lot of different forms, but it can look like you may be offering like the customization of an address, and then below it you have the couple's name. Then next to it you maybe have like the longitude and latitude of the address. Like it's very specific things that you can offer. You can offer lots of forms of customization and personalization. The key is doing it without complicating that purchasing process, but it's not as hard as you think. Like with 3 personalization options, you can still make that pretty clear. You can also do custom color combinations that align with trending aesthetics, such as with muted nudes, earth tones, or seasonal palettes. Always doing your market research, but I will say like muted tones, earth tones, and of course seasonal palettes, they do tend to do pretty well on Etsy. A lot of people are coming to Etsy, think about like sage greens, blush pinks, browns, tans, whatever you want to call it. Those they tend to do decently if you know how to present the products in a manner that it conveys luxury, like it feels very luxurious. So these kinds of thoughtful details, they don't just make your product unique, but they create an emotional connection that customers will remember. And remember that people come to Etsy for unique items that they cannot find anywhere else. Why are they coming to Etsy versus Amazon? Typically, they're trying to find a very unique gift, and personalization tends to be the easiest way to offer a very unique gift. So keep that in mind. And then also, eco-friendliness, sustainability, those are also pretty primary purchasing intents for people. For the reason people come to Etsy. So if you're able to also build that in, might be getting ahead of myself, but keep that in mind as well. That's another reason people do come to Etsy. Number 2, create innovative product bundles. Bundles aren't just a way to increase average order value. They're a chance to redefine the customer experience. You can stand out by offering gift sets or mystery boxes that include complimentary items like a wellness-themed bundle with a meditation journal, self-care planner, and affirmation cards. And then thematic bundles cater to specific interests such as teacher resource kits, nursing student study guides, or therapy session prep materials. And I am mentioning products that I have seen on the platform, obviously. So keep some of those ideas in mind as well. But these products, they are comprehensive solutions that provide added value and save customers the hassle of piecing things together themselves, making your choice the obvious choice. Always remember you are offering a transformation and you need to walk your customers through how to use your product. Within your listings images, you don't want to just showcase your product, but you want to guide them through that experience, like that purchasing experience or that gifting experience. You want to guide them how your product gets them from X to Y. Some say from 0 to hero. What transformation are you offering and how are they going to be able to use your product to reach that transformation? And this can seem a little bit dramatic depending on what it is that you're offering, but definitely for some of those higher value offerings like a teacher resource kit or a nursing student study guide, making a painfully clear this transformation that you're offering and what even qualifies you to be offering that transformation. Think about like your credentials, your background, accolades, certificates, degrees. Those are the kind of things you're going to want to communicate on those listing cover photos. So again, and listing cover photos, listing thumbnails, whatever you want to call it, it's essentially that listings advertisement. You want to be communicating why your product is that all-in-one resource, what makes you qualified to even be selling it, and then any additional value propositions that you're able to kind of define from the analyses that I'm assuming you're doing at the beginning of your Etsy journey in terms of like a competitor analysis and 2 customer reviews. That's going to tell you again why your customers are coming to Etsy and what you need to be communicating to them about your products from search. Number 3, target niche markets. The riches are in the niches. Or I'm trying to make that rhyme. I know people used to say niche. I'm clearly trying to get used to that, or I always say niche, but it can rhyme. So by identifying underserved customer segments, you can tailor your products to meet their exact needs. For example, create digital products like CBT handouts or parenting guides that cater to specific professional or personal needs. You see how we're kind of going back to some of those higher value offerings. Yeah, that's going to be kind of like a trend you'll notice on my channel is I'm not just here to give you product ideas. I'm here to give you high value product ideas that typically are aligning with market gaps so that you're not just throwing spaghetti at the wall and that you are able to generally compete in the market that you're trying to enter because the market is saturated. A lot of markets are saturated. You need to offer value. And that's one reason I gift bundles or just bundles of any kind, gift sets. That's why they sell so well is because that high perceived value, especially when you kind of incorporate that storytelling about what work went into the product and again, what makes you qualified to sell it. But there's a lot of stuff that I could say here in this video, but definitely do not overlook the power of offering bundles, solutions, and then building in storytelling to, again, walk your customers through that whole experience of even owning that product. And niche markets is really, again, that's like your golden ticket because this is a space of underserved demand. You're going to want to do your market research. I've mentioned it already in other videos, but erank.com and everbee.io. Everbee is my personal favorite just because of their keyword score column, which essentially lets you order keywords. Typically, it's like competition divided by search volume, which gives you a feel for like relative market saturation. But there are also a few other factors that go in there, probably like engagement rate and the like, because the numbers do not like evenly like kind of divide. And they also kind of do it in a reverse fashion where keyword scores that are higher denote that a keyword is essentially a stronger market gap. So if it has like a keyword score of 1,000, that means it has relatively low competition and relatively high search volume. But if it had a keyword score of 100, then that means it has higher competition and lower search volume. But a keyword score of 100 is still better than keyword scores that are like less than 100. And there are lots of keyword scores that are very, very low because competition like drastically exceeds search volume. And that's not where you want to be. You never want to be in any kind of market where competition is way higher than search volume. And that's why niche markets help so much, because there's tends to only be so many people who are going after a very niche market. And there is lots of different ways that you can niche down, but keyword research tends to be the best way to do that. And if you have any kind of internal shop data, that's where I would get started. I would get started with looking in the keywords that you 100% know for sure customers are searching on Etsy, especially if you have any kind of products that have high click rates. Go ahead and prioritize that and figure out who is searching these keywords and how can I be the most competitive when customers do search those keywords. So search those keywords, see what the Etsy search pages look like, and then get in the mind of that very niche customer and how you can be better communicating how you serve their needs and pain points from that listing's search facing perspective, being that listing cover photo, beginning of the title, entry-level price point, and even that listing video. And then free shipping if you have actual like physical products. You don't have to do free shipping, but it can just kind of be like an icing on the cake from search, since that does show up from search. And then quick ship times, Etsy does sometimes show that from search. So at least having a low ship range, whether, regardless of if your highest ship range is like, 14 days, at least have a really low ship range if you are at all like able to. And if you can actually ship out some of your items kind of quickly, 2 days is like the ideal. I will say that. So try if you haven't already been doing that, because it will be worth it in terms of like the return that you do experience. Now, number 4, use high quality visuals to communicate value. If you've been actually looking at your screen versus maybe listening to this while driving, you will see that I've had this listing up on the screen, and this is why it's up for number 4, which is to use high quality visuals to communicate value. Your listing photos are the first impression customers have of your shop, and they need to stop scrollers in their track. So you need to have professional photography to showcase your products in the best light. You need to add text overlays to your cover images that highlight unique features like customizable design, gift-ready packaging, and anything else you've been able to pull from competitor customer review analyses, which is called a sentiment analysis. Officially, you want to also incorporate mock-ups that are very unique. Do not use the mock-ups that everybody else is using. And there's a lot of people who just fully advise you to have the products on hand and invest in professional photography. I recognize that that's not something that everybody can reasonably do with existing budgets, but it does tend to be worth the return versus you using mock-ups. That being said, there are still some very attractive mock-ups out there, but I would always say to go the extra step. Don't just source that mock-up like it is. Do some extra work. I always use Adobe Creative Cloud with my clients. So Adobe Creative Cloud has Adobe Photoshop, it has Adobe Lightroom, it has Premiere Pro, it has Premiere Rush. I typically will use like Lightroom or Photoshop for the most part to just enhance those photos. It can make the biggest difference in the world. It can take it from a relatively blurry, muted, washed out mock-up to a very a standout visual that is striking, that grabs your attention. It has texture, it has clarity, it has vibrance, has a little saturation. You can use the camera raw filter in Photoshop to do that, or you can go into Adobe Lightroom and all those those different toggles. It's a pretty intuitive process. You are going to have to pay for the tools, but I also would say it's worth just like a monthly fee investment. There are Adobe Photoshop. I think it's just like a photography subscription. It's not bad. I don't want to say the price, and it may have changed quite a bit since I first got it. I've had it for years now. I'm not sponsored by them either, but I will say it is worth it. Like if you're trying to just initially revamp your shop or you're just now starting your shop, it's just worth it while you're trying to get a lot of listings up. And it's just a way to go the extra step. Like if you have print on demand mockups, it's the way to kind of stand out. Your visuals, they need to immediately communicate what sets your product apart and why it is worth buying. So this product right here, this is a client shop. So this product is called the Premium Winter Box. It is still applicable because we are in winter. So we have that seasonality in there. We also have a gratitude journal. This is a gift set, obviously. So lots of very high perceived value. I'm mentioning in text, custom hand poured vegan candles. Again, we're catering to that more health-based audience that's on Etsy. Sustainability and vegan, like all that kind of wraps in together. Ribbon wraps, especially good for people with gift purchasing intents, especially, you know, right around like the holiday season. People really care about that. And then we have a very clear view here. And I'll be honest, like this is not a real background, but this customer did do the photography themselves. And then I went and I used photoroom.com. And the product has sold pretty well. So you see 37 sales like this. I think I said 33 sales this month. And this is a new product. So 37 sales total. The shop like just launched in like right around like, I think this listing launched in December. So this is a pretty new product and it has sold pretty well because of the presentation and then of course the SEO as well. So all from search, this listing's advertisers essentially we're selling premium winter box, custom hand poured vegan candles, ribbon wrapped. You see the gratitude journal, you see cloud socks, you see a cute succulent, a kawaii succulent, which mentions life would suck without you, which is actually a keyword like market gap. Succulent gift sets and life would suck was actually keywords that we were seeing had underserved demand. Thankful Hearth, Harmony, handwritten with the handwritten message option. We have a very cozy hygge aesthetic going on here, which is also a rising market gap on Etsy. Hygge is HYGGE. Very cozy aesthetic, still underserved on the platform. And then we see the SEO, warm hug gift box, hug in a box gratitude. I'm sorry, hug in a box gratitude box, cozy winter gift set, mental health gift box for her, self-care box, cozy who got gift box friend. Naturally, lots of keyword research did go into this SEO. And then the tags are very similar. This is not an SEO video, so I'm not gonna like deep dive into it, but you can see that we have a very highly value communicative listing here, like with the listing images, we're mentioning text, we're showcasing different options. With a blanket option, we have several gift set options. We have several candle options in the personalization box. It's very easy to understand. We have it numbered. We're telling people that they can personalize the candle label. So, you know, I just think, you know, there's quite a bit to learn from this listing and quite a few customers have liked it as well. For a new listing to have made those kind of numbers, clearly it's standing out from the market. And then number 5, we can go ahead and move into number 5. It's to optimize for long tail keywords. Standing out in search results means being strategic with your keywords. So focus on long tail keywords that are specific and less competitive. For example, instead of planner, try daily planner for entrepreneurs. Always actually doing your keyword market research. This is not me actually giving you validated keywords right now. Another long tail keyword would be custom wedding planner PDF. Incorporate these keywords in your titles, your tags, your descriptions to improve your shop's visibility. And it helps a lot. So definitely don't overlook that. But again, this isn't really an SEO video, but SEO can get you very far if you're able to find genuine keywords that have high search volume and low competition, and then try to exact match for those keywords within your titles. Take a more diversified approach to SEO. So choose keywords that are less similar to each other than super similar to each other, which we kind of see is going on here. We can also look, I'll just go ahead and look at some of the tags for you since it's like right here. So this is me using the Everbeat Chrome extension, which is why I love it. Again, it's just, you can just open it up and you're able to view tags just like that. So we see hygge gift box lost, cozy hygge gift box, cozy winter gift box self-care gift box. We see all of those keywords have high keyword scores. So that in itself is just a great spot to be in. 6 keywords that have high keyword scores according to Allura. Oh, I'm sorry, that's 7 keywords. So relatively low competition, relatively high search volume, and it's relative to each other. It's in a good position to be in. So we also have quite a few diverse keywords in here, especially towards the bottom. We're seeing winter gift box, her, who got winter box, secret Santa box, letterbox gift, care package, cozy winter gift set. So that can kind of give you a feel for what strong SEO could look like in terms of it being a bit more diversified and getting you seen by more. So number 6, to emphasize your unique story. Again, I've mentioned this already some, but storytelling. Etsy buyers, they love connecting with the person behind the shop. So use your story to build trust and make your brand memorable. Share the inspiration behind your products or shop. For example, if you're a therapist selling session prep tools, talk about how your professional experience shaped your designs and talk about the research that went into it. Talk about the expertise that went into it. Talk about the years of refining and interviewing and surveying, like everything that you did to create that product. Talk about that process and even showcase it if you can. And then highlight your values, such as sustainability, handmade craftsmanship, or supporting local communities. By creating an emotional connection, you'll attract loyal customers who resonate with your story. Now, number 7 is to offer superior packaging and unboxing experiences. You can elevate the perceived value of your products by focusing on the details of your packaging. Customers appreciate thoughtful touches like eco-friendly materials that align with sustainability trends, branded elements like custom tissue paper, thank you cards, or wax seals to create a memorial unboxing experience. These small touches can turn first-time buyers into repeat customers. And packaging can look, it takes so many different forms, that any kind of personalization on your packaging as well. Like that's an absolute yes. Like definitely go for it if you are at all able to. It just offers such an elevated and premium gifting experience. Number 8 is to utilize video content. Still decently new on Etsy. Etsy lets you throw in 15-second, no audio listing videos that play when hovered over in search. So it is a dynamic aspect of your listing that can draw customers' eyes to your product if they do hover over your products. They're underused, but they're incredibly effective to stand out. So definitely use them and use them to demonstrate your products in action. For example, you can show a nursing study guide being used to organize notes. You also want to highlight unique features or customization options that photos can't fully capture. Again, this is when you'll also want to throw in some more text overlays. And you can see I kind of like them, but more text overlays and also more of you visually showcasing whatever components or features that you are mentioning. Videos, they build trust and they help buyers visualize how your products fit into their lives. Number 9, provide exceptional customer service. On Etsy, word of mouth and reviews can make or break your shop. Keep in mind, negative reviews on a new shop is basically you're shooting yourself in the foot, unfortunately. Of course, you can always come back, but it's quite hard. So responding to inquiries quickly and professionally will definitely aid in you building just a very strong and positive customer service experience. Offering a satisfaction guarantee or flexible return policy will instill buyer confidence, and it's definitely something worth communicating on your listing cover photos if you are a new shop, because right now you are at risk. So offering that satisfaction guarantee, it can be a very nice way to offset that risk. Following up after purchase with thank you messages and or discount codes to encourage repeat business is a great strategy as well. Customers are a lot more likely to leave reviews if you follow up with them a couple of times post-purchase. I normally say like 3 times post-purchase, genuinely checking in on them and just, asking for their feedback, asking if they like the product and asking for ways to improve it. And then, ideally actually using that information, but you can also include like a promo code in there. And you can say, like, if you leave a review within 48 hours, have reached back out to me and I'll send over a promo code for 20% off your next order. And that is just like a great way to kind of play in some scarcity, and then they'll reach back out to you because sometimes you might not actually get like a notification or whatever if you don't have a notification set up. So it's just a nice way to ensure that the customer, for sure, you will send them that code by telling them to kind of get back in touch with you. But most Etsy sellers, if you really want to be serious about it, setting up notifications in your Etsy shop app is a really nice way to make sure you are never missing a beat and you are always tackling customer service. But keep in mind, I'm saying both proactive and reactive customer service. So even if people have never reached out to you before, you still want to reach out to them to offer that customer service experience and to ideally kind of coax them into leaving a positive review. And trust me, like a high review rate is very, very, it's just a great place to be in, especially like a new shop. You can look so much more established than you are if you have a review rate that's a lot higher than top competitors. Number 10, build a cohesive brand aesthetic. Your shop should feel like a cohesive professional brand. So this includes consistent branding across all listings, such as same fonts, colors, and photo style, a polished shop banner and logo that reflects your brand's identity, listings that feel part of a curated collection collection rather than standalone items. Keep in mind that a memorable aesthetic will make customers more likely to trust your shop and recommend it to others. So definitely you want to do some research from the jump to kind of define what brand image and identity your target customers are drawn to, because definitely there are certain colors, certain elements, certain fonts that convey more luxe, prestige, and a more of a premium feel compared to brands that are maybe a bit more kid friendly or maybe a bit more bold or masculine or feminine. There's lots of different ways that you can kind of position your brand and aesthetically tailor it to your target customer. So you want to do that market research at the beginning as well. Offer diverse product variations is number 11. You increase your chances of conversion by offering multiple options within a single listing. For example, different color palettes, offering bundles with varying quantities or sizes is a great way to upsell customers, but still look very competitive from search due to a very competitive lower entry level price point. This flexibility, it caters to a wide range of customer preferences and it makes your shop more appealing. And if you offer personalization as well, that's also another kind of easy way to upsell customers. The non-customized variation is the entry level price point, and then you offer personalization, always linking images to the associated variations that customers 100% know what they're purchasing. But that's just a great way to kind of upsell some of your customers. And then number 12, leverage customer reviews and feedback. Positive reviews are social proof that can set your shop apart from competitors. So encourage reviews by including a thank you note in orders that gently ask for feedback, and using glowing reviews in your listings and marketing to build trust. You can also use customer feedback to refine your products and offers, ensuring you're always meeting their needs. Of course, using your data is just a great way to always improve your business operations and get more sales. So standing on Etsy, it's not just about having great products, although that's a really important part, but it is about creating a unique high value experience that keeps customers coming back. By focusing on underserved niches, offering comprehensive solutions, and communicating value through every touch point, you'll build a shop that stands out from the competition. So if you found these tips helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear which strategy you're most excited to implement. If you are looking for any hands-on implementation assistance from an expert, I do offer this kind of work. Again, I do this full time, so you can get in touch with me. My discovery call link is down below. We can help in a consultation. I would love to learn more about your current shop, current situation, and vision for your shop and help you to reach it in 2025 or beyond. Also, I have a link down below for my email list, which is a great spot for just kind of ongoing Etsy optimization tips. If you join it, you'll get a free list of 10 expert tips to optimize your Etsy shop for maximum visibility and sales. And if you are looking for more of a DIY route, I am thrilled to announce my new Etsy transformation course. It is open for a limited time pre-sale. It's a small exclusive cohort, and I'm offering it to just give customers a chance to have an in-depth learning experience that includes some one-on-one sessions with me for the initial cohort, some live Q&A events, and early access to actionable modules as they release. So it is a pre-sale. Only 20 spots are available at this special rate. So definitely grab yours now for priority guidance and hands-on support to fast track your Etsy success. Thank you so much for watching. If you've made it to this point, you are definitely a real one. Don't forget to hit that notification bell to be notified of future videos. Again, drop a comment down below if there's absolutely anything you gain from this video, or if there are future videos that you want to see as well. I'm happy to make a video about any kind of topic that has to do with Etsy optimization. So definitely let me know. So I will see you all in the next one. And thank you again so much